I was watching a video about the Coomification. Yes, the Coomification of gacha games. It's a good watch. We might watch it today. But dude, it's completely true, man. All gacha games are going full Coomer. Yeah, dude, the Snowbreak effect. Yeah, for sure. But like, a lot of gacha games are from China. I guess because the birth rate is so bad and everything. Like, I don't know what's going on in China, but dude, it's like people who are serious about their waifus in China, it's like a covenant. Like, they are very, very serious about it, you know? Because like, you think of this stuff like it's like not even real, right? Like, if you add a male character next to my waifu, I'm gonna hate the game, kind of thing. Like, that's their mentality. It's like this idol culture almost, you know what I mean? And like, I'm not gonna lie, dude, like over the years we've seen less and less dudes in gacha games. We have, you know, let's be honest, dude. There's not that many dudes anymore. You know, it's like VTubers, right? No one wants to talk to a male VTuber. Where's my cutesy voice? What is this rabbit thing? What's this man voice? Ill, gross. Click off it. Ill, unfollow. Ill. Where's my voice changer streamer? Where is it? Ill, gross. But it's true, man. So apparently, like, Blue Archive in Korea, I just now learned about this stuff over the weekend. They were gonna change Blue Archive's rating to 18 plus, kind of like what Snowbreak did. And the government, or whoever like runs the ESRB in Korea, was gonna make Blue Archive 18 plus, which is hilarious. That means like every Blue Archive character in the game can't play their own game. That's funny, right? Blue Archive fans like rioted in Korea. Like, they were frothing from the mouth. You did their waifus dirty. And they mass reported this company, right? They didn't have a leg to stand on, but they mass reported this company to a point where the government had to do an audit on them to make sure everything was correct. And to their surprise, there was some embezzlements in that agency. Like, the Blue Archive players didn't even know they were doing something wrong. They just mass reported them. And it turns out, yeah, they were right. It's like calling out who's the imposter in Among Us, like on frame 1, without any data, without any evidence. Like, you're the one, you did it, and just being right somehow. The frame one accusation. So then they changed it back to like rated 12. They changed it from 18 plus to 12. It's crazy, dude. What's the whole other thing? Like, for the whole Snowbreak thing, a lot of companies are mad at Snowbreak because they're Koomifying. They're doing what other companies want to do, but they can't do it because how do I put this? Other companies don't want to be 18 plus, but they still want to Koomify their game. They want to Koomify their game because sex sells. All right, Coom makes money. I'm sorry to say it, you know. I mean, it's not even a surprise. Come on. So Coom makes money, okay, but they also want to be 13 plus, so that way they can have a bigger audience. Now Snowbreak just pulled the fucking trigger, dude. They just said, nah, fuck it, dude. We'll just be 18 plus and we'll Koomify our game. And a lot of gacha companies just didn't like that because they're like, you're doing what we wish we could do, you know. So basically, they did what Blue Archive did, like the Blue Archive players. Obviously, it wasn't Blue Archive players, but they were like, you know, mass reporting Snowbreak, right? They were like doing a Karen. They were Karening Snowbreak. Mostly money comes from 18 plus. Exactly. And the thing is, dude, I don't know why we just don't have gacha games be 18 plus, because I'm gonna be real, dude. A lot of people who are underage don't need to be playing these goddamn gacha games. Okay? Like, there's half-naked women on the screen and you have to like spin a slot machine for them. You know what I mean? Hey, ugly sailor, we were just talking about you. Anyway, you know, I just don't think minors should be playing gacha games. Am I wrong for saying that? Am I wrong? Do you guys think that minors should be playing gacha games? Like, it even sucks like in FIFA, dude. Like, there's FIFA card packs, some kind of 2K15. I don't know. Like, even in sports games, dude, they have gacha shit. And I just don't think it's healthy. I just don't think it's healthy for kids to be exposed to that stuff. I don't. Like, imagine the kid gets like $200 for Christmas and he spends it all for Yelan. You know, good purchase, but still. I'm surprised Tower Fantasy gets away with it, probably because of the small player base. That's exactly right, Sciencebird. That's exactly right. Because Snowbreak got away with it when they were a small player base. That's exactly what happened. And then Snowbreak didn't just get big. They started to top chart. They were top charting, right? And when you top charting, people see you and they recognize you, and that becomes a problem. Tower Fantasy went Coomer, but because it's a smaller player base, no one gives a shit, right? That's the perfect time to coom, when you're small and tiny and flaccid. When you're small, tiny, flaccid, can't keep it up, perfect time to coom, okay? But when you big, girthy, and veiny, you don't coom. Don't go full coom, because then you're gonna get mass reported to the Chinese government, and then they're gonna have to censor you somehow. Just be careful, man. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what happened to Snowbreak. Snowbreak wasn't even that big. And then, you know, and then they're like, oh, you're top charting, you're cooming too much. Now we gotta report you. We have to be CN Karens and say, hey, I don't like you using boobs and tits and butts, whatnot. You got the censor. Jeremy and something else? Well, I'm just being honest. What? What do you mean? What? 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 But anyway, that's somehow gacha game can die. Is just get full censorship. And the thing is, dude, it's not even. There are so many Chinese games, dude. Believe it or not, I know it's crazy, guys. Did you guys know that China actually likes boobs? You wouldn't believe it, right? With all the censorship and stuff, dude. No, man. Chinese companies love boobs, butts, even. Who doesn't? Who doesn't like that? To a point where they have a censored version in China and the real version like for their global audience. But the problem is, once the CN players find out that global gets big boobs, then your CN audience, which is the bigger audience, complains about it, and then nobody gets boobs. Then no one cooms, and then no one's happy. That's what happens. It's a never-ending regressing cycle. And it's all because gacha games have gone full gooner. It's what happened. You can't make anyone happy, dude. Zhongling's CN's voice actor, a big deal. He's so sexy, so hot. Oh my god, Zhongling. Oh, please, spit in my mouth. Like, the best voice actor ever. He's like the Gordon Ramsay of VAs, right? And if he says that you're an idiot sandwich, you are. So if you voice act for Snowbreak, you're an idiot sandwich, and no one's gonna go and vouch for you. So he like peer pressured them. He ratioed them basically on Hell's Kitchen, and told them that if you voice act for Snowbreak, you're basically selling yourself out. Yeah, he did that. Yeah, it's just like those crazy SJWs that tried to attack video games for saying there's no representation for fat people. China has them too. Dude, look, man, there are two things you can do, dude. There are two things, and it sucks, man. I like representation in video games. I just got done playing the Bitbreaker game, and it has like a really good diversity of characters. But here's the problem, man, and it sucks. It fucking sucks, Bubba, because you either one can do what's working and make money off what people want to do in their fantasy, right? People want to live in this fantasy and just keep the norm, don't rock the boat kind of mentality, or you can actually try to make a message and change people's mentalities, like change the way people think. Fuck, that's what Yoko Taro does, right? That's what Yoko Taro does with his video games. Like Metal Gear Solid, you know, all that shit. Like, they try to like change how you think, right? They try to help you think a different way, right? And I applaud video games that want to have diversity, to help people think a different way and help them think outside of their own perspective and their own bubble. But so many gacha games or companies probably they're like, no, don't rock the boat, man. We gotta make money somehow. We gotta make money. Don't worry about all that stuff. We're just gonna do our own thing. You know what I mean? And it sucks, man. Like, what do? Do you make money off like rage baiting people? Because, you know, if you rage bait somebody, you're gonna make a profit of it. Or do you make a profit off having people help them think a different way? You know? And spoiler alert, guys, it's easier to do the first one. It's way easier to just bait people or have people think and hear what they want to hear. Thank you for the follow. That's the grimiest shit, man. Is that like you make money off telling people what they want to hear, right? That's why there's so many YouTube thumbnails that tell you, oh, I was wrong, right? How many times have you seen a YouTube thumbnail that someone says, I was wrong, right? Because that's what you want to hear or some shit, you know? And it sucks, dude. It sucks. So if you either do one or two things, you give people what they want, you let them hear what they want to hear, you jingle the fucking keys, or two, you take the path less chosen and try to add diversity so that way people can think outside the box and stop being inside their goddamn bubble for once. You know, that's a big deal. That's what you gotta do. And honestly, I applaud anyone who does the second, because that's what we need more of. But anyway, let's get back to gacha games. Let's go back to gacha. Let's wrap this back up, right? A gacha game dies when you have no more ideas. So it's kind of like a YouTube channel. YouTube channels die when you have no more ideas, or you just don't want to do it anymore, right? Being a content creator is hard, but if you're a content creator, you're still a content creator if you can think of ideas that you want to do. Now, you might be fucking lazy, all right? You might be a lazy piece of shit, and you may not be executing those ideas, but you still have those ideas in your head. But if you have no more ideas, then you're in trouble, right? That's what makes a dying game, in my opinion, when you have no more ideas to make things better. When you're on the verge of just giving up, because once you give up, you know it's over, right? High service game, but no service. Exactly. Do you have to listen to your players? Yes. Do you listen to everything they say? Fuck no. Absolutely not. And if they say the word potential, don't listen to them. That's a meme here, by the way. That's a meme here. If someone says the word potential, I immediately disregard their opinion. Potential is like Pandora's box of you trying to look smart, like being a genie in the lamp, saying this game has potential to be this, like whatever you say, dude. Do you make video games? But you should listen to your players. Probably only 20% of them. I think that's the most important part, is making sure that you understand what good advice is. And if you don't, then you're gonna try to make everybody happy, and it's not gonna work that way.